What's up, everybody?
y'all?
What's going on, guys? We have been actually delaying to drop this vlog, but here we are. Something we I request a long time for we talk about what happened with
Story time.
Tayden.
Yeah.
So that story time session here, like Mommy just said, is going to be about us basically explain basically what took place the other day when we never there.
So
with
we're gonna,
Tayden.
Yeah, so guys, we're gonna do story time. Tayden is gonna give his point of the story so you guys can know what happened. And then Akira and I were there so we can kind of throw our 2 cents in there and everything. So guys, before we get this story time started, we just want to say Tayden is all good now. He's good now. We did have to take him to the ER and everything, so we'll also talk about that. But before we even told you guys what happened with Tayden, you guys were like, prayers. So we just appreciate that.
Do I look perfect though?
Like, I look perfect.
I look like nothing happened to me though.
Nothing happened to him, but we'll show you guys some scars and everything. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe for the Wise Family 5. We're missing one. She's asleep. But also our other channels, Akira's
Journal, I don't know, Dancehall Critics there. And of course, the whole family, everything. Andre&Tiera World, don't forget none of them. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Hit the like button as well. That help the algorithm people to know there's something good already. So, like we were saying, first of all, I'm going to my account. I just got a phone call while I was at work. Seeing, I mean, I tell you this, because I want to say before I forget, I want to hear that part there. Seeing, I say this. I lay out the rule, said don't make these.
Wait, no.
What?
First, you gotta tell them
what
how everything started, how we even got to the point of having.
Oh, you want to do that last story?
Yes.
All right.
We gotta backtrack. So, guys, we're gonna tell you guys the background story about exactly how we even got to the point of
him getting hurt.
Tayden getting attacked.
All right. Yes, you want them to watch the whole live video.
Yeah.
Then we get to the point. So tell them that.
Wait, I want you guys to watch all the videos so they could tell you guys.
Okay.
So y'all know exactly what happened. Yeah. So we're not just going to jump into what happened. I think it's important that we tell the background story.
Cool.
So we can all be on the same page.
That's fine. No
So
problem.
I wasn't here when it originally kicked off. I was out of town doing my pop-up shop. So Daddy Wise, this is the perfect moment for you to start the first part of the story. Stop doing that.
Well, first of all, it started really, it's a crazy story, first of all. It started off by having new neighbors, who live literally adjacent to our home. Right. And in our neighborhood, our homes are very close.
Right.
You know, so in some places, in some subdivision, you might go around and say people have at least a good gate span of space. Yeah. We don't have that.
Ours is just our
we have like a smidge, like a tiny smidge of a gate that would have separate both of our homes.
Barely.
But anyway, it closed. So them end up get a dog now. See? Fast forward them get a dog. Just out of nowhere we just start see dog right or so.
A pit bull?
Yeah, a little puppy.
Like a baby
dog.
pit bull. Like
right.
5 months.
But the dog still pretty good size. And we start, kind of get uncomfortable with that dog being over their home because the dog is so close to our front door and a doodle up and all of them something and just some unpleasantcy.
Right.
Seeing? It reach a point now, I say, no man, I can't send that something, man. Them have to hear me out. So I go at them door, I see the dude right there over the door. I say, bro, you gonna leave this dog right here with all that smell and all that stuff right here in front of my front door, bro? Come on, man, y'all gotta move that dog or something, man. And they attempted to try to move the dog, but they didn't even clean up the mess or nothing.
Doo-doo, everything right there. And guys, the way that our house is set up, our front door is on the side of our house.
Right.
So our side of our house is our front door, but it's closer to their
backyard.
Yeah. So they got the dog in the backyard, but it's our front door, basically. Right. Go ahead. What you want to say?
Go ahead, Ted.
So there's a gate, but the gate stops right there.
Yeah, they don't have a dog.
We can see the dog right there.
Yeah, that's another thing. It was so uncomfortable to where we would come out of our house and see the dog and say that Mikey's terrified and all these things. Even end up to a point now where I come out one morning and I say, Tayden, go show this. And Tayden run back to the house and said, Daddy, I'm afraid to move or afraid to go there so the dog right. I open my door, dog I wait for me. Like I knock my door and I wait for me to come out to it. Right. So I go and say, hold on there, what go on there, so? So I realize the dog is a puppy, dog kind of friendly, but you know, you can't confuse them like a dog easy. But anyway, we go so boom now and I go out there and take control of the situation. I say, no man, this is getting out of hand now. That my kids them can't have the freedom and the comfort they can go out the door as them please or whatever without having to worry about whether or not a dog may rush them. See? Even we. So we stay son. I go out the door and I say, man, y'all need to do something about this dog. Y'all can't have the dog loose, running all over the place, and my kids are scared and terrified and stuff like that. Oh, we try to take the leash off and let the dog go. We don't want that dog. We don't have nothing to do with that dog. Hey, case in point, you see that same little dude that came back for the dog?
Yeah.
He was the one who first said, oh, my mama and them don't want this dog. It's not even our dog. We don't want this dog. Da, 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 da.
Crazy.
So anyway, the dog, I end up take the dog in my yard. Cause dog seems to have a little liking to it. The dog now you take care.
Right.
So I take the dog, run go buy all food for the dog, I give him a shitload of water. The dog go up on everything and start do up in my yard. No, so I have to try keep him in a one area.
Right.
You see what I say? And I try to keep my yard clean. So now, in the meantime, you know, it's true the whole nature of how things occurred. Me I wait. The reason why me have the dog is because she say, oh, them don't want the dog and this and that, so I can't have the dog loose.
But you call Humane
Society. So I end up call Humane Society did lock, so I call the county animal rescue. See? And then them say them put in something and somebody should be out. Nobody came out, nobody give a crap.
Right.
So I'm gonna say, all right, something gotta happen because I'm gonna actually wait until Monday. Then I called Humane Society for real. And
I remember you calling me and telling me what they said about, well, we just let the dog loose and hope that the dog run away and he keep coming back. I was in Fort Lauderdale, like, I don't want to fight these people. Like, why would you just unleash a dog in a neighborhood? We don't live where there's like businesses. We truly live in a neighborhood where there's kids walking home from school.
Yeah,
where there's older people taking walks. And you're really going to say, regardless if it's a puppy or not, you know, you can't just let a dog loose and say, oh, we wanted to run away. So that was already like, well, they've been past strike 3 with me being our neighbors. Oh, yeah. Because they're terrible neighbors. But, you know, I was pissed off at this point. When Daddy White said, oh, well, I got the dog in the backyard. The dog is pretty friendly because we've always seen the dog from afar. Right. You know, or if the dog is loose, it may follow us, but it'll run or whatever. So we knew that was a puppy. You can clearly see that as a puppy. So, you know, I was happy that Daddy Weiss took it because, you know, it needed help also. No, but I feel like I was responsible in that moment. Right. Without any choice because they locked the door. Right. And then even if the car, like, I say, you know what, I'm not going to make too much out of this situation and act like me an idiot and call cops and this, that. It's just a dog. Right. I'll wait until I can get access to Humane Society so that they could actually come and pick up the dog. Or me can carry the dog down here. But like I said, because of all things that man, them never had to take care of the dog. I never really want the dog in the room, my kids them like that. You see what I say? Because the dog love play, I jump up. When the dog jump up on me, I crawl, the dog crab me, you know. So again, look a keyring now, you know, the dog want look a tender look, look a TLC. And them naggy dog that, so I say, yo, maybe the dog want look a shots and look a medical rare before me even have the dog around my family. You see what I say? So I say, all right, cool. I just try to keep the kids in my way. So every time when I deal with the dog, I run them. I move them. I run more him and Telani because them smaller from round him than would I run she. Because when she get too close, I say, move Akira, move. Because I don't even want you to make no mistakes and act all silly and stuff or scared. No, I don't want it because I don't want them to get bite or bit or nothing. So that's why I was acting the way I was acting. And I just don't want my kids around that dog until we clean up the dog, beat the dog. Plus the dog, you know, man, so like, me's a stickler when it come on to look at things like that. So I say, listen, none of uno, me keep the whole time I was here with the kids, I kept telling them, don't go around the dog. It got to the point where I start get angry upon them and I run them. And I say, yo, move from around this dog. I will deal with it. Anytime them do their own, I am right there with them. Because I don't want them touch up the dog and none of them something. Right. Because one time I even did there with Taden alone, the dog will jump up on Taden and Taden not really like stand, you know, cause when it comes to certain little things, you have to, depending on how you react to whatever touch or whatever, the dog will go move a certain way. Right. You see what I say? So I never trust it. So I don't want them around the dog. So anyway, me end up have a job now. And it was the next day, yes, it was the next day. And
the day that would come.
I was about to say, I'll take over from there.
The day that would come would be the Monday, so it was a Sunday now.
Yeah.
And me end up have a job, but even before I left, me with my miserable self, I cuss out Akira and Tate and say, yo, allow the dog. Don't go around this dog. This dog, I probably want some medical treatment or something of that sort. When me just don't want to go around and mix up and plus him want bait. So I said, don't go around the dog. Me get mad one time tell her because she's smaller. That dog just want near her and just, yeah, me kill her. So I said, don't go around the dog and I end up leave. No, wait here, wait. Me end up leave and say, yo, Tiera, don't you them go around the dog. So I say, because I'm not really too trust her sitting here. Right.
So this is what happened. So Daddy Wise left. As soon as Daddy Wise left, it starts to pour rain. And we got the dog on the other side of the fence, no shelter, no nothing. So of course, Akira and I looking at the dog like, oh my gosh, of course we can't keep the dog right there. So we end up moving the dog to closer so he can come under our balcony or whatever. So as soon as we move the dog, it starts to slow down. Like it starts to slow down the rain and everything. I was like, well, since it's slowing down, we're going to put the dog back. So before we put the dog back, you know, Akira was like, I want to play with the dog and everything. Can I play with him? I'm like, all right, just play right here. Bounce the ball with the dog. The dog was acting like it wants to catch it and everything. But it was like choking because it was trying to run. So I said, okay, Akira, I'm right here in the kitchen. Just let the dog go and throw the ball. And the dog was catching the ball and bringing it back to Akira, dropping it at his feet. Catching. I was like, okay, the dog can play catch. I was like, okay, good. Yeah. Talani was in the house. She was already in the house upstairs watching Coco Mountain and everything. And Tatum was upstairs, so I was in the kitchen. And then Tatum ended up coming outside, but Akira was already playing with the dog and everything.
Nah, mommy.
What?
Akira told me to.
What, come outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
so maybe
he was outside, and I told him to put his shoes on. Mm-hmm. And then he came back out and started playing.
Yeah, so they started playing. I guess they were throwing the ball or something. Tatum, now tell them what happened, your part. So what were you guys doing out there? Because I was in the kitchen, and our yard is kind of big. So I didn't see them right here, but I heard them just playing and screaming and all that stuff. And what happened, Tatum?
So I had the ball, and then I act like I threw it, but I still had it in my hand. And then he came and attacked me.
He came and just attacked you?
Yeah, because you were on your silly crap when you should have actually threw the ball out to let him run for it. Isn't that what y'all were doing?
Dude, Akira?
Well, yeah, because mommy loosened the dog food, right?
There was actually 2 balls.
So mommy loosened the dog field.
Yeah, I let them, so the dog was
after I'm telling her, say, yo, don't make the youth them go on the dog, and the dog dirty.
So guys, I take fault for, of course, letting the dog go, but I was out there and the dog was okay. So I'm not saying that is anyone's fault but myself, because I did let them play with the dog. But at the time, of course, I wouldn't put my kids in danger if I knew that was going to happen. So I'm okay with saying.
But babes, this clearly indicates
I already said sorry. I already said that it's my fault and all that stuff. So.
But babes, man, I said though, this is supposed to be a learning lesson for us as parents.
Yeah, it is. It is.
When I say no matter how they start talking about this and talking, why you not gonna do that when the mother say don't do this? That's how us as parents supposed to be. And trust me, people, I have to mention a part that here. When I argue upon it, the something because we already been past that. But when I say keep it 100 as far as like how me did really feel initially. You saw me, I said I was really, really upset because I felt violated in a lot of ways. I already told my children, stress and go on miserable and mad. Me no want me youth them go around and them thing there. As soon as me turn my back, somebody was supposed to do this on the same level with me. You do what you want to see it.
So again, guys, I apologize to my kids and also Daddy Wise for going behind his back and letting the dog go. Like I said, at the time when he left, it started raining. I didn't want to leave the dog in the rain, and then it just led to one thing to another. So we already talked about that. So once Tatum was playing with the dog and everything, I heard them scream because they were originally screaming and all that stuff. And like I said, the way that our yard is set up, we can not see the whole yard just from looking out the window. So when I heard Akira and Tatum playing and screaming and stuff, I heard Akira screaming, but I thought they were just playing. And then I heard Tatum like, ah.
All right, hold on, babes. More hear Akira.
Oh, go ahead, Akira.
Akira, give me your account. Like,
So,
where you did that? Because mommy never said that part. Where you did see?
Yeah, tell what happened.
We were playing, and then that's when Tatum picked up the ball, the other ball that he was playing with. It was the green and blue ball, and then he threw the other ball, and then he had that ball in his hand, and then the dog was trying to look for the ball that he had in his hand, but then he saw he had it in his hand, and at first he just jumped up on him, and we thought he was just trying to play with him, so we told him to get down. And then after that, he actually started.
I never let the ball go out their hand, right?
No, eventually he dropped it because he was scared, of course. He jumped up on him, and then he actually like started going crazy. Like he bit his shirt, and then he started just being
going crazy, right? So
and Tatum and I were in shock at that point, and we didn't really know that he was going to do that because at first he just jumped up on him. Like earlier we told him not to do that. We just told him get down, and we thought I was trying to get him off him too, and then he still wouldn't come off though because he was just.
So where was the rope? Did you like try to even grab the rope and drag?
He just had his collar on.
What about the thing that was around his neck?
He still had it, yeah. But Akira was scared because when I heard them screaming, I ran out there. Akira was trying to save Tatum, but at the same time, I could tell she was scared. So when I saw it, y'all, I run over there and yoked the dog up real fast. And I was upset. So I was like punching the dog and all that stuff, just mad. And I told Akira just to take Tatum in the house. And when I chained the dog back up and everything, I came in the house and Tatum was just like, and Akira was like, he's bleeding. I'm like, from where? What's going on, Tatum? So I was looking at him like, you look normal. Because even though he had holes and rips and stuff like that, it happened so fast, guys. I was like, where is the blood coming from? And I looked at Tatum's face because I saw the dog like kind of like chewing at his face when I came over there. And he looked normal. So then when I was like, you look okay. Then when Tatum got up, I looked behind his ear and I saw that he had like, looked like a piece of his ear missing basically. So the dog was able to nip the back of his ear and he had to get stitches. So I called Daddy Wise. I was like, I'm about to get chewed out. But I told him what happened.
So it looked like you're on crazy.
Because it was traumatic. Like, we were like in here freaking out, weren't we? Right, it was scary. So I called Daddy Wise. I was like, I know I'm going to get chewed up, but I got to tell him the truth. And I told him what happened. I said, I'm about to take Tatum to the emergency room. And he was like, just put some alcohol, some peroxide. I'm like, no, he need to go to the emergency room. When he said put some alcohol and peroxide, I was like, no, he need to go to the emergency room.
And then
it wasn't until Daddy Wise came home right before we were leaving. He was like, and I was like, I know.
I flipped out on the phone because I'm like, what? What are you telling me? Blood and all of them shit there, and when me lay out the rules, say, yo, I don't want them to go around the dog. It's not time for them to go around that dog. We don't even know if we're going to keep this dog or none of that. Me don't want to put them around. And I'm stern, I'm miserably mad on that.
I know.
So you must know how mad I was.
It was a big thing for us to get over, guys, as husband and wife. But, you know, I take full responsibility for it. And I'm happy that Tatum is good now. And of course, I didn't think the dog was going to do it, or I wouldn't have let the dog go. But I took Tatum to the emergency room, and they was like, yeah, he needs stitches. Luckily, he didn't have to get anything else done. Everything else is okay. He got a couple of scratches on his chest. I don't know. You want to walk up and show him?
Stand up. Let's see if we can see scratch.
Wait, there's like some right here too.
Wait.
All right.
So he got this scratch on his chest. He had a couple like on his neck
and on my.
Yo, the dog could actually run in a version.
And then show them the big thing. So this is where he had to get his stitches at. Come close, step down. Turn this way. Just turn. All right. So y'all see, it looks normal kind of, but he had to get. Okay, turn this way. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Come a little closer.
Well, yeah, then stitch you up.
Oh, that looks good. It looks like it's healing.
Yeah, so it was basically like a big split in his ear, and they were able to stitch him up. So they had to numb his ear and everything, and Tatum took it like a soldier. Akira actually held his hand when he was getting it stitched up. I had to hold on to Talani because she was like, blood, and she wanted to see and all that stuff. But Tatum's good now. You know, this is the second time that he got stitches in his head. But he's a soldier, right?
Yep.
They're like, you're tough. And one thing that I definitely learned from this, and I think the kids also learned from this, is to never underestimate a dog.
Yeah, go ahead, Tatum. Go ahead.
Alright, like when we grow up, like when we're 16 or 14, we can get a dog, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that because
I'm 12 or something.
So what?
I'm not ready for a dog.
All right. So what else did we also learn? What did you learn from this?
I learned to listen the first time.
Listen to who the first time?
To both of you.
To both of you?
No, to you.
Ain't no both of you. I was the one telling y'all not to go out there or touch the dog. Don't mess with the dog. Remember, you were even mad at me. You looked at me like a piece of crap. Remember, but you learned from it. So sometimes it's not that I'm just trying to be miserable or mean, but I see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes there's a saying I say, yo, prevention is better than cure. You beat preventing and have to end up after a cure a wound. So if we did go some boom and say, all right, again, the main lesson as a theory for we as parents and as adults, we have to be on the same page parenting these children.
And I agree with that. I learned my lesson.
Because we can't create that psychological separation between me versus you. So that's the big lesson right there. We have to be on the same page. Or else, you know, or else this would not happen.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, never underestimate a dog. You know, listen to Daddy Wise because he is a parent. But I was just clouded by a puppy, thinking that, you know, a puppy can only do so much.
You're a mom. You're a mom, and that's, I think, honestly, I really do. Even though me I beat your body.
Right, because we.
No, I'm just saying. What on Tiera? Like, me not try to I do one part what we never did do. Me not go on the same way like how me was, but me express how I were in that moment though.
Yeah.
And just I talk about the thing from a more realistic standpoint. You know what I say? But what I said though, you see, because naturally, women or moms are nurturing and just kind of like. And every mom is going to be like all super stern and all of that. So I knew that it probably derived from even somewhere from there. Like, oh, let the kids play and, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing. So I don't think it's necessarily like just coming from just straight up a effed up place. No, I don't think so.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not. And
it's just the mother in you and the nurturing portion of you know who you are.
It happened. It won't happen again because one, we don't want a dog. Yeah, and then actually the next day.
Tell that story that happened.
Yeah, so actually the next day, after going to the emergency room and everything, we still had the dog in our backyard, y'all. I still was feeding it and all that stuff because ultimately, you know, the dog is a puppy. And as you see, they were playing together. So yeah, the dog did attack Tatum and it hurt him. I'm still not going to try to kill the dog or anything like that because it is still a puppy.
I was kind of.
But the next day, I got a knock on my door, kind of like 9 o'clock at night. Daddy Wise wasn't here and the kids were just upstairs.
I wasn't here.
I was on the phone with a friend, which was a guy, so I felt a little bit more comfortable that I was on the phone with him because I was like, if I was on the phone with no one else, like, I would have felt uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Because Bosco was right there. He was like, if anything, I'll call the cops, even though he was far away. But I answered the door, and they were like, one of them, I don't know who it is, one of the neighbors, it was like, hey, I just came back from Miami, and my family told me that my dog ran away. I'm trying to figure out why my dog in your yard, because I was whistling for him, and I heard him barking, and the dog was barking and going crazy, but I was like, be quiet, shh. Like, just thinking that he saw something or something like that. And I was like, yeah, your dog is in our backyard, but not because, like, the way that he said it, it's kind of like, why my dog in your backyard? Like, why you try to take my dog type deal? You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, your dog is back here because y'all just had the dog loose. And y'all told my husband that y'all didn't want the dog. And he was like, no, I want my dog. I was out of town, and my family told me that he ran away, and I just don't know what happened. Can I have my dog back? I said, look, I'm going to give you your dog back, but your dog effed up my son. So if we see this dog unloose one time, I'm calling the cops on y'all. I don't care. I'm calling the cops on y'all. And he was like, yes, ma'am, it won't happen again. Because I was like, he messed up my son, and we were going to take him to Humane Society. They're probably going to put him to sleep and all that stuff. He was like, no. I was like, well, then you need to get your dog. And then I was like, he was hungry when we got him and all that stuff. He was like, yeah, we haven't had food for a couple days. Daddy Wise already bought him a big old bag of food. I was like, here, take this bag. Take the bag. And that's what they're feeding him right now. But literally, guys, they don't have no bowl.
They're
just throwing food on the ground, just letting the dog eat.
I mean, I guess in Jamaica, we're not even still they want you that treat the dog.
But it's just even more. No, it's not even that. It's just making a mess, and it looks a mess right, just all over the place. So they're back to having the dog right by our front door, letting the dog poop everywhere, not literally in front of our front door.
I mean, as we come out, no, but it's basically right at our front door. As we come out, me I look on a pile of doodle.
Right.
Pile of shit right there.
So right now,
about 3 more nice piles in.
Exactly. Right now, guys, I can honestly say that I feel uncomfortable.
I am not
living here.
Yo, the moment they came and moved in and settled in, I'm like, God damn, are you serious? Like, you know, master, like, I've lived with everybody else around the place. Everybody had to feed them one thing, we stay to ourselves. Everybody had to do, you know what I mean? But then them know, like, come on, even people for us. But anyway, people, this was about just kind of, you know, talking about Tayden's local situation. Tayden is feeling much better now. We bounce back from that. You know me, I say, we're a warrior, man. We're a fighter. We're champions.
Right. Oh, and actually, for some people that, because I know a lot of people's like, what happened? Did you vlog it? I didn't vlog what happened that day.
In the moment, it was
because
crazy.
Guys, at the moment I was going through a whole bunch of emotions. Of course, I felt bad because what happened. At the same time, I wanted to fight those people. I wanted to fight the dogs, and I was just making sure that Tayden was good. You know, I was
want to fight the dogs.
The dog.
Oh, okay.
If you got some friends around the way,
if you got some.
I fight the dog across the street. I'm just playing. But, you know, I just was in the moment with Tayden. All of us was. I really didn't think about pulling out my phone and vlogging because my baby was in pain. Yeah. And we just wanted to be here for them. And, like, for him. Yeah, for him. Sorry. And, well, Akira, too, because Akira was crying and all that. So I kind of... Akira was shaking up.
Like,
you were terrified?
Yeah, because when he was stitching up his ear, I saw his flesh and everything, and the blood was just...
Yeah, Kira's right there. So I had to be strong for both of them. Like, it's okay.
Okay.
Right. So definitely experience to learn from. Tayden, you good now? Anything else you want to add? Can y'all focus?
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Like, anything you want to add?
No. It's okay.
No.
Yeah, sure.
What did you tell people at school? Tayden told people at school that he got attacked by what?
A cheetah, a tiger, or a lion.
He told people at school that he got attacked by a wildcat. So they're like, yo, you're cool. Yeah, so, you know, he's using it to his advantage, I guess.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, he told me that.
Hey, boss.
Yeah, so people at school are thinking that he got attacked by a cheetah.
So because y'all almost died, you cool?
Actually, I told some of my friends that I got attacked by a dog, actually.
Oh, you told some of them too?
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, but guys, that's what happened. That's the story time behind Tayden's accident, and we are happy that it was not anything serious. And yeah, definitely a lesson learned over here from us. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yes, indeed.
Watch the rest of our videos on our other platforms. And anything else, guys?
Bye guys.
And don't forget to subscribe to me, Akira's channel.
Anything else you want to add, son?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, subscribe to Tiera's, what's it called? Oh, sorry,